What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 6, Episode 25. Why we're on Episode 25, I don't know. But anyway, we start off with TT and with Sean planning the wedding. TT has gotten a real wedding planner, not Cree, but a real wedding planner. We're going to get back to Miss Cree and her party planning skills in a minute. But, um, basically she's gotten a wedding planner. The woman done quoted her a price of $150,000, and Sean looks like he is about to lose his mind. Listen, I will never understand paying that much money for a wedding. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how much disposable income you have. I will never understand spending that much money on a wedding. You can have a nice wedding, $150,000. That's more than most people make in a year. On 2 hours, whatever. And Sean even told her, he was like, listen, no matter what you do, it's not going to be the wedding in Jamaica that you wanted. So, can we, like, chill out on all of this? He said, don't worry about, he said, that, like, you got 5 times as many people coming as I do, like my family. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you can invite whoever you want. Like, because he said his mama got 7 brothers and sisters, so that's like aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews. Child, Sean, you better put anybody on that wedding. Especially if you paying that kind of money, you better invite the mailman if you want the mailman to come to your damn wedding, okay? She already trying to slide a Tyran in through the back door with his unvaccinated ass. You better invite whoever you want to this wedding. Then we have Tretch taking Egypt to go see a record producer. Ain't this how we started with Egypt in the first season or the second season of the show, when Pep flew out and had Egypt perform for Romeo and Master P, because she was trying to get her signed on Master P's record label, and we ain't seen nothing since. I mean, she done released a few little yas out there, but, and she's talented. Let's be clear, Egypt is talented. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she done got sidetracked with love, sidetracked with reality TV. I have no idea what her issue is. But Tretch said, listen, I gave all y'all a chance. Sam, you call yourself being a manager. Pepper, you call yourself being a manager. Now I'm going to use my connections, and I'm going to take my daughter down here to talk to some real people, okay? So the people he took her to talk to have managed Brandy and, some other people. And they listened, and basically down to Monarch Records. And basically they listened, and I feel like what they told her was, listen, you are talented, but you need to put some things in place. Like, she showed them a video that she put out for a song she released, and they were like, I mean, this is cute, but what, you just posted on your Instagram, your Facebook, and that was it? You didn't have no kind of marketing plan? You didn't have a release? You didn't do anything with it? You just threw a video up there and was like, if you like it, download it. She was like, well, yeah, I mean, they were like, they said, listen, you need to go and figure out how you want to package this product, what it is that you want to do. Like, you can't ride the tailcoats of your famous parents. I said, ooh, that was a little, but I mean, she needs to hear it, because I even noticed a couple of times when she tried to talk about Sam, and then she caught herself and was like, well, and then she even said, I said, oh, okay, we to the I, okay, I see you, Egypt. Anyway, so she says that it was, that she appreciated what they had to say, and that she'll take it back, and she'll incorporate it in. And of course, Sam said all the right things. I'm happy for her, and whoever can help move her career along, I'm down for it. Her dad is looking out for her and trying to get her where she need to be, and that's great. And I'm just like, but again, we are 5 years in, and we don't have an EP. We don't have nothing, and I'm just not understanding it. I'm just not clear. If this is what you want to do in this world of independent artists for not a whole lot of money, your mom could have orchestrated a whole EP rollout campaign for you, and as an independent artist, you probably would have made a little yang yang. But okay, whatever. Anyway, so then we see trying to think what happened next. Because I ain't taking no notes. Because this episode wasn't giving me hardly nothing, child. So then we see Vanessa talking to JoJo's wife, and she's inviting her to come out because they're trying to plan a bachelorette party for TT. And she was like, yeah, I still have a newborn here that I'm not really ready to get on a plane with because we're in the middle of a damn, panorama. But I mean, why don't you call Cree, girl? Get Cree to help plan that party. And Vanessa was like, you do remember the last time we all hung out? Cree seemed to have a little issue with TT. And she was like, oh, damn, that's right. Well, I mean, maybe this would be a good chance for them to make up. I'm thinking, okay. So they call Cree on the three-way, and they ask Cree to do the party. And, she accepts, she agrees to do the party. I'm just not sure why. But okay. So then we had this whole moment with Lil Eric went to the grave site to visit his dad's grave, and Lazy Bone came through, and they had a whole conversation about how right now him and his sisters are kind of beefing because they did this whole documentary on who really killed Eazy-E because they don't want to accept what was really out there. And Eric was like, at this point, it's not going to bring him back. I don't know why, he was like, they don't let some people get in their head and try to, talk to them about some stuff that went down that didn't go down, and it's really hard for me to try to keep this whole legacy going and beef with my sisters because I love my sisters, and that's not, that's just not where I want to be with them. So Lazy Bone, he listens to Eric, and he lets Eric pour his heart out, and then he says, I don't think this is the right time for me to tell him that I participated in that documentary. I don't know this. I don't think he need to hear that from me right now. So you was a part of the documentary that he beefing with his sisters over, and you not even gonna tell that man? I said, ain't that some shiggity? So we see everybody meeting down at the local gadget store to get party favors for the party, okay? Of course, they have all of the stuff you would think that they would have for a bachelor and bachelorette party. So the fellas meet down there, the ladies are down there with Cree, and as soon as Twixt saw Cree, he was like, man, you got beef. Like, I'm beefing with you. He was like, you fucked up my party. And she was like, me? You sure it wasn't Sequoia? And I'm thinking to myself, Sequoia did not start that damn fight. And I thought you and Sequoia had a conversation and y'all squashed it. You still trying to blame Sequoia and it was really Savannah? That's what we doing? I said, whatever. But she did end up apologizing to Twixt. And Twixt was like, all right, I accept your apology. Now we can move on. But we wasn't going to move on to nothing until I got an apology and we cleared this up, okay? Now, they talk about the bachelor party and about getting scrippers and all that good stuff, child. They're going to blindfold them. The guys are going to take, Sean. The ladies are going to take TT. And, they come up with this whole plan, all right? Cree's, like I said, Cree's the party planner. She is coordinating the situation. So then we see Egypt and Sam on the beach. Listen, so I got a question. Don't nobody want to film with Sam and Egypt? Nobody. We've seen Sam with one scene outside of Pepper and Egypt all season. And that was with Eric. Sam and Egypt just not invited to nothing. They can't come to none of the events. No parties, no cookouts, no dinners. Because I remember last season now is this by choice? Are they choosing to not film with anybody else? Because my thing is, if they ain't going to film with nobody else, then I don't care. I don't really need to see them because I don't really care about the two of them. I don't care about the two of them being in love. And so they had this whole scene where they talking about their future, and he talking about how he don't really want to do nothing if he's going to jail, and he ain't really trying to make no plans, and he ain't trying to talk about no kids, and he ain't trying to do none of that, because if he end up going to jail, he want Egypt to move on with her life, and he don't even want to put nothing on her. And they are outside on the beach in the middle of winter, and you can tell that they cold as hell filming this damn scene. I said, whatever, because I just don't care. So then we get to it's party time, okay? It's party time, and TT and Sean show up because they think that they going to that JoJo was having a dinner, and so they all show up for the dinner, and um when Cree shows up and then JoJo shows up, that's when they realize that this is a whole bachelor situation. They blindfold them, but before they move forward, Cree is like, because Cree shows up and TT really ignores her. TT really act like she don't see Cree big ass, okay? So Cree was like, before we go anywhere, we need to talk, because, like, I'm not doing this all night. So TT was like, sure, let's talk. What's up? So TT said, like, the last time I saw you, like, you really came for me. Like, you really, really did. You really came for me. And she was like, yeah, but, I mean, you, like, really tried to put me out there. You tried to come for my business. And TT was like, I didn't come for your business. She said, all I said was, you know, I felt like you were coming for my family. So I felt the way I felt about why would I have you doing my wedding if you are out here coming for my family. And they could not come to any sort of meeting of the minds, right? I'm not sure what, at this point, I'm not even sure what anybody's point is in this. Like, TT, you said the girl couldn't do your wedding. Creed took it as an attack on her business, and she was like, I don't play about my business, I don't play about my money. And you know what, TT? All you had to say was, girl, my bad. Like, I felt like you was coming for my family, so my bad. But because they couldn't come to some sort of meeting of the mind, and TT said what she said, and Cree said what she said, Cree was like, listen, she told the producers, listen, I'm going to go ahead and finish up because I got to do this party situation, but I ain't going to the bachelorette party. Matter of fact, and then the production was like, well, do you want us to, you know, you want to go home? And she was like, no, I'm going to hang out with the fellas. Now, let me be clear. I'm a tomboy. I'm a guy's girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hang out with the fellas. I do things with the fellas. But even with that, there are times when your presence is not needed or wanted. Why you sitting there at the middle of their bachelorette party with the scrippers? So, the guys go into their room and immediately they got the scrippers. Sean is not with it. Sean is hiding, literally hiding in the bathroom because he don't want to dance with the scrippers. Over on TT's side, they at least look like they was trying to play some games or something. And then the scrippers show up, and TT don't want to have no parts of them scrippers. I feel like her and Sean had a conversation about this because the first thing out of Sean's mouth was, I really hate that y'all did this to me. And I don't know if he was talking to production or if he was talking to the guys. But needless to say, those was the sorriest motherfucking bachelor and bachelorette parties I've ever seen in my life. Because Sean wouldn't come out the bathroom, so the scrippers just put their damn clothes back on and just was partying with the guys. The other scrippers, the guy scrippers, they did their thing, and then they was getting dressed. So TT said, well, let's go to where the guys are. Let's crash their party. You might as well, because there ain't shit going on in your party, and the damn sure wasn't shit going on in their party. So they go down there, and TT sees how uncomfortable Sean is, and they end up leaving. And the rest of them are like, what the hell happened here? Like, what the fuck? Like, this was a bust. This was a wasted night. This was, like, I could have had a V8. I could have Netflix and chill with my boo. I could have, like, y'all could have went bowling and called it the Bachelor and Bachelorette party for all of that. I said, but here's where my issue is with Miss Cree and her party planning. Let me tell you something. There's way more to party planning than just decorating a venue. You are planning an experience, right? If I'm paying you money, you're planning an experience, which means that if you have a bachelor party on one end of the hotel and a bachelorette party on the other end of the hotel, if you choose not to be in one over the other, that is fine. But you should have somebody else that's in both locations that is making sure that everything is going the way it's supposed to go. Throwing up some balloons and having some party favors is not a party. Where were the party games? Where were the gift bags? Where were the, like, let's get up and make things happen? Shit, where was the music? Now, I know that they can't really play the music because they got to have conversations and we got to be able to film it. But where was the music? And the same thing on the other end with the guys. You chose to hang out with the guys. But again, all I saw was that you ordered some pizza, had some sodas and some alcohol and some water, and called a couple of scrappers. Now for the guys, it's a little different. You really don't have to put a whole lot of effort into what the guys are doing. Because if you got some big booty scrippers, they good. I was going to say big booty hoes, but I'm not going to call them people hoes. They good. But the ladies, you know you need to do a little bit more with the ladies. I said, this gotta be the worst damn. Like, did anybody give her any gifts? Did we like unwrap some raunchy gifts? Did we talk about, never have I ever? Did we play some drinking games? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking of all the things I've done at bachelorette parties. I mean, hell, at most bachelorette parties I've been to, they bring in some sort of a sex expert. I'd have been to a bachelorette party where they had a pole dancing class, where they had sensual massage, where they taught people how to do the sensual massages, so this is something you could do with your husband. I done been to bachelorette parties that they have a toy person there that sells toys and lingerie and all kinds of knick-knack paddywhacks that you could use on your wedding night. Like, where was all of that? Y'all, I'd have left. Ain't no way. Anyway, that was the episode. That's all they gave us. That's all I got. That's all I'm giving you. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments, peace.